Hey everybody, welcome to Fortunate Creations. I'm Kim and it's Monday, so it's time for a block party. Now, a bunch of my friends and I, people on the streets, have been doing a hashtag BYO block. Bring your own block. So it's a block party. You know, when you go to a party, you kind of bring something to share. Well, that's what we're doing. So this month, the theme is fall or Halloween. As you can tell by my shirt, my hair tie, the stuff behind me, I am in quite the fall mood. So I'm going to do this pattern here in these colors. Welcome to the block party. Come on, let's. All right, so the fall block party, here we go. I'm using Premier Cotton, and the color on this one is just orange. And then I am using Peaches and Cream, and the color on this is just brown. So we can be about as basic as possible on these. I'm using a 4.5 millimeter hook. And this is a pattern that I made up. So I'm just going to show you how I did it. Let's set the orange aside. I'm going to start with the brown. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to chain 20. So what I'm making for you today is not only a block, but it's also going to be a kitchen dishcloth. So we're going to chain 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to pull out some more yarn. Okay. 19, 20. Now let me just check my math. So we're going to 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1. So this should work out well. Okay, so we're going to do 20. I'm going to go ahead and do 21 so I have 20 to work with. Then I'm just going to go ahead and do single crochet back in the bump. That's how I always like to do my first row, my single crochet row. So if you have seen any of my other block parties, you know that the back bump is where I like to do the first row. To me, it just makes it sturdier. It's a prettier presentation. Now this whole dishcloth is done in single crochet and then drop down double for the spikes along the way. And I'm doing this because on my live this morning, one of the viewers asked me to do a tutorial, and I said, you know what? I might as well go ahead and make that my block party for the week. So here I go. And we're going to go all the way across, and you should have 20 stitches when you're done. The first row is always tough for me. I have a hard time holding on to it while trying to slip into the stitches, but we muddle through. All the way across. All right, go ahead and do all the way across, and I will meet you back here when I'm done. All right, so after you get the first row done, you're going to introduce your second color. Now, the fun part about this pattern, you're not tying in tails, you're not snipping off, you're just carrying the color from one to the other, and you're bringing the color right up the side with you. Fighting with this right here, trying to get the center pull. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on my genie and just let it be pulled from the outside. Okay, now here we go. I got my orange, and I'm just going to, here's the last one. You're going to chain one with your new color. So go ahead and enter your new color right in here, chain one with it. Come on, split a yarn. There it is. Okay, tie it nice and tight, get it in there. And like I said, you're not going to be clipping off ends, you're just carrying this through. So chain one, turn your work, and here we go. Now we're introducing the orange. So you're just going to do a row of the orange. So I fibbed. You're not going to do a whole row of the orange. You're going to do 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to do a drop down double. Then you're going to do 3, pull out some yarn, drop down double. You're going right down to the first chain, all the way down to the bottom, okay? Don't pull it too tight, and you want to go ahead and finagle it a little bit when you get it up there. 3 more singles. Get that hair out of there. Drop down to the bottom. Get low all the way to the bottom. Okay. Come on. Boy, splitty yarn. Holy moly. There we go. 3 more. And then this is going to be your last drop down all the way to the bottom row. And you're just going to finish it out with 3 single crochets. And remember my trick, I like to go through this side bump as well to keep the sides looking good. So you're going to go right in here, pull this over here like that. So it looks like that when you're doing your last. Okay. Pull that through, chain 1, turn your work. Now you can start to see we're starting the drop down, okay? Now you're just going to go, you want to go all the way back and meet back up with the brown. So it's just a row of single right now. So this is a 2-row repeat. It's a row of singles, and then it's a row with singles and the drop down. That's your 2-row repeat. And you can always tell which row that you're on because your second color is going to be the color that drops down. And you're always changing colors when you meet back up. So you're going to change the color, go all the way down one way, keep the color, come all the way back, change the color. You see what I'm saying? So I hope so. Oh, the sun's shining through here now all of a sudden. That's all right, as long as we've got where you can see it. We're good. I'm going to do another couple rows with you guys. Literally, this is how easy it is. It's single crochet all the way down. And what you want to do is keep in mind you want to do a count of 3. So this dishcloth or, this pattern can be done in multiples of 3. Now here's a little tricky on here because we're going to be introducing back in the brown. So you want to go here. Now you want to take the brown, slide it up the side, and do your final and your chain 1. Okay? So now you're bringing back in your brown, but it's nice and tucked into the side over here. You'll notice the orange is in front. That's fine. We're going to need it for the next turnaround. Okay? Tighten that down. And we're just going to do 2 rows of single crochet right now. Tighten it right in. Pull that down. There we go. 2 rows of single crochet. Keep an eye on your stitch count. At least I have to anyway. Make sure I don't sneak a stitch in or drop one. So you should have 20 stitches for every single row. If you don't, normally if I don't, I'm throwing in an extra one here at the end or I'm adding an extra one here at the beginning. So just keep a count for yourself on your stitches. And I believe that this pattern is going to be really cute for a kitchen set, especially for the fall. I mean, using these colors, you can use green and red for Christmas. You could use this for Thanksgiving, Halloween, anything to do with fall, So I'm going to get this yarn out of the way. There we go. Pull more yarn out of the center and keep on going. Okay. Get to the end, you're just going to chain 1, turn around, go all the way back, and then bring the orange back in to play. And that's the fun of this stitch because I really do not like tying in ends. It's not my favorite thing to do. So if I can do a pattern where I don't have to tie the ends in, I'm fighting with this little extra stitch here. Here we go. If I can do a pattern where I don't have to sew in tails, I'm all about it. Okay, see how great this is starting to look? I love this pattern. I love the way it juts down like that. It's just a little simple thing. Chain 1 and 1 more row. of single crochet all the way back. I'll meet you back here and show you how to bring the orange back in, and then we'll do one more row together and you're on your own. All right, I had to make a slight adjustment to my background because the sun was coming through, but I think we can make it from here. Okay, so I'm on the last stitch of this row with the brown. Pull that through, and then I'm going to go ahead and bring in the orange from the front to finish the stitch, chain one, and turn. Okay, drop the yarn there. There you go. So you can see you're going to have a line on both sides, but that's fine because this is going to be the top of the towel where we're going to incorporate that all into the border anyway, so it's going to look fine. All right, so now we're on the row where we're going to do 3 stitches and then the drop down. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, and you can tell because they line up. So you're just going to do a double crochet right down to the point where it lines up with the other point. Okay, there you go. You can see my orange yarn is pulling a little bit because my genie's way over on the other side. And that's what you're looking for, is your stitches to line up all the way across. So then you're just going to do 3 more. Drop down. Three more. Drop down. For such a simple stitch, the visual effect of it is really awesome. So it really looks pretty cool. And I did use this, I was inspired by Tunisian crochet, the block stitch. I really liked that pattern, but it was taking me too long to do because I'm making these for Christmas presents. So I need to make many of them. And while I love Tunisian crochet so much, it takes me twice as long and twice as much yarn to do Tunisian patterns. So I worked out a pattern that looked like similar to the Tunisian that I like, but it was much easier and used less yarn. Okay, we're going to do single crochet all the way back, and that is your 2-row repeat. So the brown is 2 rows of single crochet, and then the orange is 1 row of single crochet with the drop downs every 3rd stitch, and then a final row of single crochet to get you back over so you can pick up your second color. And that is it. So I will be back with you to show you the end of the project and then how I'm going to put a border around the outside and finish it up. All right, so since this is just going to be a dishcloth, a washcloth, I'm going to leave it at this size. And now I'm going to just do a single crochet border around the outside. So you can see I've finished with the orange. So I'm going to go ahead and snip the orange off. And I'm going to go ahead and bring the brown up. Now I'm just going to do a border of single crochet all the way around the outside. Now it's going to be up to you if you want to put a loop on it so that you can hang it off of the faucet or off of one of the handles, however you want to do it. I'm going to leave this one without the handle. So I'm going to show you how I do the outside. So we're going to chain 1, and I'm going to actually do 2 single crochet right in this same stitch. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do as best as you can, getting a single crochet in each row all the way around. It's going to be a little difficult because you're bringing up the brown yarn and the orange yarn from row to row, so it's going to be a little bit thick, but it's going to cover it nicely once you're done. So go ahead, 1 single crochet as best as you can, 1 per row. Okay. And you might have to pull it out a little bit to see where the hole is and just slide it right in there. Okay, so now I'm going to pull out some yarn. I'm going to go ahead and go all the way to this corner and show you what I'm going to do in the corner, and then I'll let you finish it up, and I will meet you back here with the finished products. So we're going to keep going, like I said, as best as you can to put equally spaced number of single crochets all the way across. If you want to get fancier, go ahead, do double, do whatever you want. It's just a border, so you're just going to go ahead and put whatever border you want around the outside, all the way around. And then when you get to the corner, I'm just going to do 2 single crochets, chain 1, and 2 single crochets to finish off the quarter and go right around. You can see I'm tying the ends in as I go. Single crochet here. We're at the corner, so I'm going to do 2 single crochets right in here. Come on. There we go. You can hear my cat calling. Excuse him. Then I'm going to chain 1, holding these tails in. Chain 1, and I'm going to go ahead and 2 more single crochets in this corner. And there you go. You're just going to go all the way around now. The other side, you're going to do single crochets all the way around till you get right back to where you started. And then I'll meet you back here for the finished product. All right, so there we have it. Number 2 of the fall/Halloween themed BYOB Bring Your Own Block Party. Pretty neat. I love the colors on this one. I love the way it looks like it's a block. Really a fun stitch to do. I hope you were able to follow along. I hope you liked it. And remember, it's a block party, so you always be happy, be kind, and be creative. I'll see you next time. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.